Right now, there's a hidden signal you're sending into the universe, and it's shaping your reality in ways you can't yet imagine. But here's the twist: your results aren't coming from what you're asking for, they're coming from what you're actually being. Most people think their life is shaped by the big decisions they make, where they live, who they marry, what career they choose. But the truth is, your life is shaped by something far more subtle: the frequency you broadcast every second of every day. And here's the shocking part: you don't have to try to send it. You already are. The universe isn't responding to your wishes, your prayers, or even your goals. It's responding to your state of being. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every belief you quietly carry, it's all a signal. A constant stream of information sent into the quantum field, telling reality what to send back to you. Imagine you walk into a room filled with people. Before you even speak, they feel something. Maybe it's warmth and confidence. Maybe it's tension and self-doubt. That's not magic, it's physics. Energy is contagious, and the field around you is a mirror. Here's the problem: most people are broadcasting by default. They wake up, scroll through bad news, feel anxious, and then try to think positive for 5 minutes before bed. But the signal they've been sending all day is one of fear, lack, and frustration. And the quantum field, it doesn't speak English or French. It speaks energy. It simply reflects back the frequency you've been holding most often. If you've ever wondered why you can visualize your dream life, make a vision board, or repeat affirmations, yet still feel stuck, this is why. You can't outthink your frequency. You can't mask a signal of doubt with words of certainty. Your quantum power doesn't awaken when you ask for something, it awakens when you become the version of yourself that already has it. When you hold that frequency so consistently, the field has no choice but to align with it. And here's the incredible part: this means every dark impulse, every negative thought, every fear you've ever had isn't a curse. It's raw material, energy you can transmute, signals you can redirect. What you call negative is simply unrefined power waiting for you to turn it into fuel. The shift starts the moment you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What signal am I sending, and how can I tune it to match the life I choose?" One of the most liberating truths you'll ever understand is this: in the universe, nothing is ever truly wasted. Not energy, not experiences, not even pain. Physics tells us that energy can't be created or destroyed, can only change form. That heartbreak you went through didn't vanish into the air. The frustration from years of feeling stuck, it's still here, just waiting to be reshaped. Every so-called negative emotion you felt is not a dead end, it's energy. In disguise, think of it like water. If it's frozen, it's rigid and immovable. But with heat, it melts into liquid. Add even more energy, and it becomes steam-light enough to rise. Your emotional energy works the same way. Fear can freeze you, anger can feel heavy. But when you apply the right awareness, the right heat to transform that state into something that moves you upward. Here's the powerful twist: the greater the pain, the greater the potential once it's transformed. This is why some of the most inspiring leaders, artists, and innovators have walked through deep darkness. They didn't erase it, they transmuted it. They used every scar, every setback, as an amplifier for their vision. If you've ever told yourself, "I wasted years of my life," stop right there. Those years are fuel. The quantum field doesn't see them as lost, sees them as stored potential, just like a compressed spring. The tension you've carried can launch you further than you ever imagined. If you choose to release it intentionally, here's the catch: transformation doesn't happen by ignoring the energy or pretending it's not there. Suppression keeps it frozen. Transformation happens when you face it, feel it fully, and ask, "How can I reframe this?" How can I use this as power instead of proof I'm stuck? When you understand this, you stop fearing negative states. You start treating them as messengers, as invitations to shift your broadcast. And every time you alchemize pain into possibility, you strengthen your ability to shape reality consciously. The universe is not keeping score of your mistakes. It's waiting for you to see that every moment was preparing you for your breakthrough. Nothing was wasted. Every part of your journey was energy. And now, you get to choose its next form. Every reality you desire already exists as a frequency in the quantum field. Think of it like radio stations. Each station plays a completely different song, but they're all available right now. You can't hear jazz if you're tuned to heavy metal. And you can't live abundance if you're tuned to scarcity. The frequency you broadcast is made up of your dominant thoughts, emotions, and expectations. This isn't about forcing positive thinking while ignoring what's real. It's about choosing the emotional signal you send out, even while challenges exist. The quantum field doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your vibration. If you constantly focus on lack, frustration, or fear, you're tuned to the station where more of that exists. If you consistently focus on possibility, gratitude, and vision, you align with the frequency of solutions, synchronicities, and breakthroughs. Here's the secret most people miss. Your frequency isn't determined by a single moment of motivation, it's shaped by your daily baseline. That means you can't just visualize abundance for 5 minutes in the morning and then spend the rest of the day worrying about bills. Your signal has to be consistent enough to lock onto the reality you want. Imagine your desired reality as a room filled with music at a certain pitch. If you sing at the same pitch, your voice blends perfectly with the song. But if you're off-key, you'll clash with it. In the same way, when your internal state matches the pitch of your dream, the quantum field brings it closer effortlessly. So how do you tune your frequency? Start with small, intentional shifts. Ask yourself throughout the day, what station am I broadcasting right now? If you catch yourself broadcasting fear, pause, breathe deeply, and find one thought, one image, one memory that moves you toward joy or possibility. The more often you catch and shift, the more your baseline rises, and when your baseline rises, your outer reality begins to reorganize itself to match. Opportunities you once couldn't see suddenly appear. People who can help you cross your next threshold show up out of nowhere. But it's not luck, it's alignment. The truth is, your dream life isn't hiding, it's vibrating at a frequency. And the moment you match it, you stop chasing it, and it starts chasing you. Your emotions are not random. They are the most accurate navigation system you will ever have for creating in the quantum field. Every time you feel good, genuinely good, you are in alignment with a version of reality that supports you. Every time you feel drained, angry, or hopeless, you've drifted away from the frequency of your desired reality. Think of your emotions as the GPS of your soul. Just like a GPS recalculates when you take a wrong turn, your emotions signal when you're heading away from what you want. Negative feelings aren't there to punish you. They're to tell you, you're looking at this in a way that's out of sync with your higher path. Reframe, shift, choose again. Most people are taught to ignore or suppress emotions, especially the uncomfortable ones. But ignoring them is like covering your car's dashboard warning lights with duct tape. Doesn't solve the issue, it just hides it until the problem grows. In quantum terms, resisting your emotions only locks in the vibration you don't want. Here's the shift. Instead of pushing feelings away, you use them as feedback. If you feel resentment toward a situation, it's a sign your focus is locked on lack or unfairness. If you feel excitement, even about something small, it's evidence you're on the path of expansion. The emotional blueprint works like this. Notice the feeling without. Name it clearly, because overwhelmed. And frustrated are different vibrations with different causes. Shift your perspective by asking, what else could this mean? How could this serve me? Choose a better feeling thought that moves you toward your goal's frequency. Even subtle shifts compound. Choosing gratitude for the lesson instead of bitterness over the challenge is like turning your GPS back toward your destination. You're no longer reacting to life, you're steering it in the quantum field. Emotions are your command center. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And what you are, moment to moment, is determined by how you feel. When you master emotional navigation, you stop wandering aimlessly through random timelines. You become the driver of your own reality, guided by a system that never lies. One of the most mind-bending concepts in quantum science is that time is not linear. The past, present, and future exist simultaneously in a field of infinite possibilities. Your power lies in how you choose to interact with that field, especially how you collapse those possibilities into your present reality. Imagine standing at a crossroads, with endless paths stretching before you. In ordinary thinking, the future feels distant, a vague someday that may or may not arrive. But quantum physics says otherwise. The future isn't out there. It's coexisting with the now, waiting for you to tune into it and bring it forward. This process is called collapsing the wave. Function taking countless potential realities and focusing your energy so clearly that one possibility solidifies into experience. The trick: you don't collapse toward fear or doubt. You collapse toward the version of your future self who has already achieved your goals. How do you do this? Start by imagining your desired outcome with all 5 senses. Feel the relief, hear the sounds, see the environment, smell the atmosphere, and taste the success. More importantly, feel the emotions your future self experiences: peace, confidence, gratitude. The quantum field responds not to your words, but to your state of being. When you embody that future energy deeply enough, you send a powerful signal to the universe: this reality is already mine. And the field reorganizes around that frequency, making space for what you want now, not later. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a practical method, backed by experiments showing retrocausality where future events influence the past. Your focused intention acts like a magnet, pulling that timeline toward your current moment. The secret to collapsing time isn't forcing or desperation. It's a calm, unwavering belief combined with emotional resonance. When you're aligned with the feeling of already having what you want, your timeline accelerates. Resistance melts away. So instead of waiting for external proof, start living from the end result right now. Make decisions as your future self would. Speak as your future self would. Walk as your future self would. The more real it feels inside, the faster your reality shifts outside. Remember, the future isn't a place you go. It's a frequency you tune into. And your quantum power awakens the moment you collapse. Time by embodying that frequency today. Dark energy isn't just a cosmic mystery, it's a metaphor for the hidden power within every negative impulse you face. Just like dark energy shapes the universe's expansion, your darkest thoughts and feelings hold the secret. Fuel for your personal growth and quantum transformation. We often treat negative emotions, anger, jealousy, fear as enemies to be suppressed or avoided. But what if they're actually allies in disguise? What if each dark impulse is a coded message, urging you to uncover deeper strength and wisdom? This is the heart of true quantum power, transforming what feels like resistance into acceleration. When you learn to face your shadows, you stop giving them unconscious control. Instead, you consciously choose which energies to amplify and which to release. Think about anger. On the surface, it feels destructive. But underneath, it signals passion, a desire for justice, or a boundary that needs to be set. redirected with awareness. Anger becomes a powerful motivator for change instead of a source of chaos. Jealousy can be a painful reminder of unmet desires, but it also highlights what you truly value. By examining jealousy with curiosity, you can turn it into inspiration rather than resentment, sparking a fresh vision for your life. Fear, often the most paralyzing, actually points to areas where growth is possible. It's a doorway rather than a wall. When you step through fear with intention, you expand your comfort zone and open new quantum pathways. Here's the key. It's not about denying your dark energy or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about integrating it, allowing it to become part of your whole self. This integration creates a quantum resonance that can't be broken by external circumstances. When you shift your relationship with negativity from avoidance to mastery, you unlock a wellspring of resilience, creativity, and magnetism. You become a quantum alchemist, turning lead into gold, darkness into light, and obstacles into opportunities. Your quantum power isn't about being perfect. It's about being whole. Embrace every part of yourself, even the shadows, and watch how your reality begins to transform beyond what you thought possible. The quantum field responds to consistent energy, not one-off bursts. To truly shift your reality, you need daily practices, habits that tune your inner frequency and amplify your power. These aren't just good habits. They're quantum habits designed to keep you aligned with your highest potential every single day. Think of it like charging a battery. One charge won't power your devices all day. You need steady, repeated energy input. The same goes for your vibration. Quantum habits feed your frequency so that your outer world can change naturally. And sustainably. Morning intention setting. Before the day even begins, set a clear, positive intention. Don't just say, "I want success," but feel what success means to you: peace, joy, fulfillment. This primes your subconscious to tune to the right frequency. Second, mindful emotional check-ins. Several times a day, pause and ask, "What am I feeling right now?" Without judgment, this awareness lets you catch shifts away from negativity early and redirect your energy. Third, visualization with emotion. Spend a few minutes daily imagining your ideal reality not as a distant dream, but as a present experience. Engage all your senses and feel the emotions deeply. This rewires your brain and signals the quantum field with clarity. Fourth, gratitude journaling. Writing down what you're grateful for shifts your vibration to abundance. It's a simple but profound practice that rewires your mind away from scarcity thinking. Fifth, conscious breathing. Breath controls your nervous system. Deep, slow breaths calm fear and anxiety, grounding you in the present moment and aligning your energy with calm confidence. Consistency is the secret sauce here. These practices become your daily quantum tuning session, keeping your frequency sharp and your intentions clear. Over time, you'll notice your reality responding more synchronicities, better opportunities, stronger relationships. Remember, quantum power isn't about grand gestures. It's about the small, consistent actions that ripple outward. Your daily habits shape your energy, and your energy shapes your world. When you commit to these quantum habits, you stop reacting to life and start co-creating with it. Your power becomes unstoppable, and your potential limitless. Your intuition is not just a vague feeling or coincidence. It's the quantum whisper from your higher self, guiding you through the infinite possibilities of the quantum field. When you learn to trust this inner voice, you tap directly into the intelligence of the universe itself. Science shows that intuition often bypasses the conscious mind and processes information at a subconscious or quantum level. It's your brain's way of picking up on patterns, signals, and energies that your conscious mind can't yet explain. This is why some of your best decisions come not from overthinking, but from quiet moments of knowing. The key is to create space for your intuition to be heard. In the noise of daily stress, your higher self's voice can easily get drowned out. Meditation, mindful silence, or simply pausing before making decisions helps. Clear the mental clutter and lets those quantum whispers emerge. When you start noticing these subtle nudges, those gut feelings, flashes of insight, or moments of clarity, or tuning in to your quantum power, intuition often feels like a pull rather than a push, a gentle guidance rather than a loud command. Learning to recognize and follow it builds a deep sense of trust in yourself and the universe. Ignoring intuition is like ignoring a GPS signal. You might get lost or take longer routes, but when you listen and act on it, you align with your highest timeline. This alignment collapses possibilities into realities that are not only successful, but also deeply fulfilling. Every time you choose intuition over fear or doubt, you reinforce your connection to the quantum field. Your energy becomes coherent and magnetic, attracting the opportunities and people you need for your growth. Remember, mastering intuition is a practice. It takes patience and courage to distinguish your higher self's voice from the noise of your ego. But the rewards are profound. Clarity in decision-making, a sense of peace amidst uncertainty, and a life guided by purpose rather than reaction. Your quantum power is amplified the moment you listen deeply to your inner wisdom and act accordingly. This is how you shift from surviving to thriving in a world of infinite possibilities. Resilience is more than just toughness. It's a quantum skill that allows you to adapt, grow, and thrive through life's challenges. In the quantum field, setbacks aren't dead ends. They're feedback loops guiding you towards stronger, wiser versions of yourself when negativity hits. The key is not to resist or avoid it, but to engage with it consciously. Each challenge you face is an invitation to expand your energy and recalibrate your focus. This is quantum resilience, the ability to transform hardship into fuel for your evolution. The secret lies in perspective. Quantum physics teaches us that the observer affects the observed. Your mindset, the lens you choose to view obstacles through, literally changes the outcome. When you view setbacks as temporary and growth-oriented, your energy shifts from contraction to expansion. This magnetic energy pulls new solutions and opportunities to you. One powerful practice is reframing. Instead of saying, "I failed," shift to, "I learned a crucial lesson." This simple linguistic tweak rewires your brain and your energy, signaling to the quantum field that you're moving forward, not stuck. Another cornerstone of quantum resilience is emotional regulation. Feelings like frustration or despair are natural, but they don't have to control your story. By observing emotions without attachment, acknowledging them without judgment, you create a space of calm awareness where resilience flourishes. Resilience also means being flexible and open to change. Quantum reality is fluid, not fixed. When you cling rigidly to one outcome, you block the infinite possibilities waiting to emerge. Embrace uncertainty as a playground for growth, and you'll find new paths where before there seemed to be none. Remember, every great breakthrough in history was preceded by setbacks. What separated those who succeeded was quantum resilience, the ability to use adversity as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Your power grows each time you rise after a fall, stronger and more aligned. This is how you become unstoppable, how you harness the full potential of your quantum self. Your quantum power isn't just about your individual. Chi also deeply affects and is affected by the people around you. Every relationship is a dynamic energy exchange, a dance in the quantum field where your frequency influences theirs and vice versa. When you raise your energy, you don't just uplift yourself, you become a beacon that naturally attracts and inspires others. Quantum physics shows us that energy fields interact and can become coherent, meaning your positive vibration can synchronize with those around you, creating powerful collective momentum. But it works both ways. If you surround yourself with low energy, negative influences, your field can become fragmented and drained. This is why conscious community matters. Choose to spend time with people who elevate you, who challenge you to grow, and to align with your highest vision. Quantum connections also mean being aware of the energy you send out. Words are just one layer. Your emotions, intentions, and presence carry a far more potent signal. When you approach others with authenticity, kindness, and confidence, your energy broadcasts a message of trustworthiness and strength. On the flip side, negative energy, resentment, fear, jealousy creates dissonance. It not only harms your own field, but can trigger defensive or reactive energies in others, creating cycles of conflict or stagnation. The quantum field is sensitive to these subtle cues and mirrors them back in your relationships. Practicing empathy and active listening strengthens your quantum connections. When you truly see and feel another person's experience without judgment, you deepen the energetic bond and open channels for mutual growth. Remember, you are never truly isolated. Your energy is constantly interacting in an invisible web of connections. By consciously cultivating positive quantum relationships, you build a support network that amplifies your power and accelerates your transformation. Your quantum power expands when you align with others who share your vision and values. Together, your combined energy can create waves of change far greater than anything you could achieve alone. Owning your quantum power means stepping fully into the truth that you are the creator of your reality. It's about living each moment as your highest self, consciously, courageously, and compassionately. This is where transformation becomes permanent and your potential limitless. Your quantum power is not a distant goal or future achievement. It's a living force available to you right now, waiting for you to claim it. When you embrace every part of yourself, light and shadow, and make choices aligned with your deepest values, you broadcast a powerful frequency that shapes your world effortlessly. This ownership requires responsibility, not as a burden, but as freedom. You no longer blame circumstances, others, or your past for your experience. Instead, you recognize that your energy, your focus, and your actions are the architects of your reality. This shift in mindset is the doorway to true empowerment. Living as your highest self also means embodying integrity in the small things. Quantum physics shows that the universe responds to coherence, alignment between your thoughts, feelings, and actions. When you act with authenticity and consistency, you create a resonance that attracts opportunities and people in perfect harmony with your path. At times, shadows will still arise, doubts, fears, old patterns. But now you greet them as signals, not obstacles. You understand that each moment is a choice to reaffirm your power or give it away. This awareness creates an unshakable foundation beneath your feet. Remember, owning your quantum power is a journey, not a destination. It requires patience, practice, and self-compassion. Celebrate your progress, forgive your stumbles, and keep returning to your center with steady commitment. The quantum field is endlessly responsive to your energy. When you live as your highest self, you unlock not only your potential, but the infinite possibilities available to you and those you touch. This is your quantum power. It awaits your command. Your quantum power doesn't stop with you, it creates ripples far beyond your personal experience. Every shift you make in your energy, every negative you transform into pure potential, sends waves across the quantum field that influence your family, community, and even future generations. This is your quantum legacy. When you consciously harness your power, you become a catalyst for collective transformation. Your growth inspires others to awaken their own potential, creating a chain reaction of positive change. Science now supports the idea that fields of energy are interconnected. Your vibration literally touches lives beyond what you can immediately see. Think about the impact of small choices. When you respond to challenges with calm and clarity instead of frustration and fear, you set a new standard for those around. When you embody kindness and resilience, you rewrite the energetic patterns your loved ones inherit. Your legacy is not just material, it's vibrational and eternal. To cultivate this legacy, prioritize Ask yourself daily, how does my energy affect those around me? Am I contributing to fear and scarcity, or to hope and abundance? This conscious stewardship elevates your influence and deepens your connection to the quantum field. Remember, the quantum field is infinite and eternal. Your power to influence it transcends time and space. Every moment you choose alignment, you plant seeds of light that grow long after you're gone. Owning your quantum legacy means living with purpose beyond yourself, with a vision that stretches far into the future. It means transforming every shadow into wisdom, not just for your own evolution, but as a beacon for all who follow. This is the ultimate expression of your quantum power, a legacy of transformation, resilience, and infinite potential. Your journey matters. Your energy matters. Your legacy awaits.